L'chaim, friends.
L'chaim Dinas.
Naganim Kweth Amanda. This is baby Vincent.
Jordan Naganim.
It's good to be around again, and thank you for watching our video. We hope you're all staying healthy and staying safe at home, still practicing social distancing, and enjoying some sunshine when it comes out.
Yeah, this time of year it's getting really warm outside, and it's a time when it's good to be outside working, just like our ancestors did. Always worked really hard during the summer, and there's a lot of jobs to do outside in the summer.
Yeah, like what jobs?
Well, like fishing, like berry gathering, hunting, gathering roots, and other traditional foods that like our ancestors did.
So we've been spending a lot more time outside. The days are longer. We're still careful when we're outside. We're still social distancing. And if we do see friends, we make sure to stay 6 to 10 feet away. We're always outside with them. But, you know, things are, people are being more active outside and moving around more, going to different parks and things, but always trying to stay safe because we're still in the time of the pandemic. But, you were talking about like doing camps outside traditionally. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so this time of year, our people, a long time ago, they would move their houses from one place to another during the summer. They would take some of their walls from their house, and they'd go out into the land where the berries are growing and where the deer are and the elk and where the roots are for digging, and they'd set up camps, some around the rivers and then some up in the mountains, and then they would spend the summer outside working and gathering food, so that when the cold time came again, when the winter came and they had to go back to their big houses, to their villages, then they would be ready for the whole winter to have food and what they needed.
And we've had some family camping in our yard, and we're still practicing social distancing, but able to have, you know, outside get-togethers in that way and camp too. So we are trying to find ways to do some of these gathering and being together in a safe way.
But it feels really good to stay busy.
Vinny went to go play. So, Todd Jordan, do you have your drum?
I do. I have my drum.
What song are you going to sing today?
Since we're talking about our ancestors and talking about doing a lot of things like they used to do, I want to sing a song that comes from Top Bobby called Traveling with Our Ancestors, that talks about living the way our ancestors did, and that they're always with us, traveling with us. L'chaim, itsxut.
How you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Good. I've been so busy.
What have you been doing?
Been fishing, I've been hunting, I've been eating lots of berries.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of the same for us. We've been really busy outside picking berries this week.
Yeah, what berries have you been eating?
Well, we were eating a lot of salmon berries, and this
Mm-hmm.
last week, thimbleberries were ripe, and
Mm-hmm.
wild blackberries.
Yep.
And we also found another kind of berry. Or no, that was it right now.
Service berries.
Service berries.
Yeah.
Service berries.
They're good.
That's a really good berry too. So, they're not all ripe in Grand Ronde though right now. So.
Yeah, I've only really been eating service berries this week.
Yeah, service berries.
The thimbleberries are still green.
Yeah, they're still kind of green. They're just getting a little pink today.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I saw them, but you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. But we traveled into the valley towards the Willamette River, and we found them there. So it's kind of like time traveling. That's what we say.
What's this book you have here?
I have a book here that comes from a tribal elder from another community, and this is about strawberries, which is another berry that you probably have been eating lately, right?
Yep.
You find a lot of strawberries out there?
I found a good amount of strawberries. Some of the Mowitches were getting them before I got them.
Yeah, the quitchity too, the rabbits, they like to eat those too, so it's kind of harder to find those ones. But anyway, I'll read you this book if you want about the first strawberries.
Okay.
The First Strawberries, a Cherokee story, retold by Joseph Bruchak. Pictures by Anna Vocek. Long ago, when the world was new, the Creator made a man and a woman. The two of them were made at the same time, so that neither would be lonesome. They married, and for a long time they lived together and were happy. Then one afternoon, the man came home from hunting and found the woman had not yet begun to prepare their meal. Instead, she was out picking flowers. The man grew angry. "I'm hungry," he said in a cold voice. "Do you expect me to eat flowers?" Now the wife too became angry. She had picked those flowers to share their beauty with her husband. "Your words hurt me," she said. "I will live with you no longer." She turned to the west and began to walk toward the sun. Her husband followed, but her steps were too quick. He could not catch her. He called her name, but she could not hear him. He went as fast as he could go, but his wife was much faster. Now the sun watched as the husband followed her. The sun saw how sorry the man was and took pity on him. "Are you still angry with your wife?" asked the sun. "No," said the man. "I was foolish to speak angry words, but I cannot catch her to tell her I am sorry." "Then I will help you," said the sun. The sun shone its light down on the earth in front of the woman. Where its light shone, raspberries grew up. The berries were ripe and looked good to eat, but the woman paid no attention to them and continued walking. The sun tried again. It shone down and blueberries grew. They glistened brightly in the sunlight, but the woman paid no attention to them. She only walked on toward the west, leaving her husband farther behind. Now the sun tried a third time. Where its beams touched the earth, the blackberries grew up. They were dark and plump, but the woman's anger was too great, and she did not see them.
At last, the sun tried its hardest. It shone its light down in the grass right in front of the woman's feet, and strawberries appeared. They glowed like fire in the grass, and the woman had to stop when she saw them in front of her. She knelt down and plucked one up and bit into it. She had never tasted anything like it before. Its sweetness reminded her of how happy she and her husband had been together before they quarreled. "I must gather some of this fruit for my husband," she said, and she began to pick the berries. She was still picking them when the man caught up to her. "Forgive me for my hard words," he said to her. And she answered him by sharing the sweetness of the strawberries. So it was that strawberries came into the world. To this day, when the Cherokee people eat strawberries, they are reminded to always be kind to each other, to remember that friendship and respect are as sweet as the taste of ripe red berries. All the Kubit Kogla. The end.
Well taught, Jordan. Thanks for reading that book.
Yeah, mEkmEk. You're welcome.
I liked how getting outside, doing things, makes you feel better, makes you feel healthier. That's true for us bears, too. Being busy outside makes me feel better.
Yeah, me too. It feels really good to be in the sunshine and to move my body around and to eat the berries. They taste really good, and it makes me feel a lot stronger than when I'm sitting inside all the time. So this time of year, I just try to get out as much as I can and be busy and do all those really awesome things that make us healthy that our ancestors taught us.
And I just feel happier being outside and being out in the sun and keeping busy. It makes me get along better with my other bears, just like in the book.
Yeah, so I really appreciate you coming into our house and taking time to come inside and talk to us about the way you're living out there right now, which is a lot like the way that we're living right now too.
Well, Hayumasi and Oski, I'm gonna go out back in the woods.
Okay, Oski, itsxut. Really good to see you.
Oski. Well, we've been out too. We did some time traveling, out going to another part, to the Shampooey Park, where we went to gather berries. So we gathered the service berries here and then over to Shampooey. So if you want to see some video of our trip out there, we can show you now.
L'chaim. It's berry time, and we came out today to see which berries are out and ready to pick. And we found some right here. This is a serviceberry bush or tree. Kind of, you could call it either one because it's pretty big. But come over here. These are the serviceberries. They look a lot like blueberries, but they taste a little bit different.
Maybe Vincent will try them.
Want to try one, Vinny? Let's see what Vinny thinks. What do you think, Vinny?
Maybe tart? Oh, but pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, you like
You
it.
like it? After tasting that, I know they're ready. So I brought my bark bucket, and I'm going to spend some time here gathering some service berries, because these berries are good for drying and for saving for later. So I'll try to pick a bunch, and we can take them home, and maybe we'll dry them. Well, we got some service berries, and we're gonna go see what else is out there now. So, hi Masi to the service berry tree. Gave us a lot of really good berries, and so now we can go and look around for some other kinds of berries that are ready right now. Let's go.
So here we have thimbleberries. You can see the nice big soft leaf. Very soft. I could pull off a couple thimbleberries right here. Siapoth ulali. And it is my favorite berry. And we're lucky today because it's like time traveling, because Siapoth ulali is not ready in Grand Ronde yet. You can see the Siapoth ulali growing, but they're still green in Grand Ronde, but they're ripe and ready here at Shampooey Park because it's warmer here and a different part of the valley. mEkmEk? More? I like it. Okay. I feel like a little bear.
Always have to watch out for poison oak when you're gathering berries. Here's some right here.
Ooh, might be a little terp for you. This is cowqueek, Oregon grape. It's all blue. It's got the pokey leaves. It's very tart.
Don't eat it.
Not yet. It'll be ripe in a couple months. Even though it looks ripe already, it always tries to trick you.
Why does it try to trick you, Dad?
So that you'll never eat it. We were walking down this path and I found something really exciting. Flickamooch. There's wild blackberries growing. Look at right here. There's one there. And then there's some over here that are still red because they're not ripe yet.
Let me see the one.
And then some of them are ripe, like this one. So I got some. This is a nice little spot. And we're now just kind of eating them and riding our bikes around and stuff. And this was my Grandpa Vincent's favorite berry, one of his favorite berries. And our elders in Grand Ronde would pick these and can them, and then they would sell them in the store for a lot of money. So everybody back in Grand Ronde really liked these berries. And these are ripe right now, so it's fun to go out and find them.
mEkmEk flickamooch.
Whoops, I'll just feed it to you.
My bag.
What do you think, Vinny? Is it good? Yeah? That means it's good. And he kicks his legs.
What's this?
This is the best part, Dad. A
The
wiggle.
Willamette River.
Well, that was a really good time, and it was really fun because Isla took her bike and was able to ride around the paths out there. And it is like time traveling when you pay attention to the plants around here, and then you go somewhere else, and they look a lot different. They're further along out there, so it is kind of like, feels like time traveling to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really important to never eat a berry or eat anything outside unless you have your adult or someone who knows teach you and show you. And if you don't know that yet, then don't eat anything. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I had never had a service berry before, and so Tot Jordan had to show me how to identify what a service berry was, and it was really good.
They're really, really good berries. Yeah, one of my grandpa's favorites.
Nice. Well, everybody, we will see you next week, and please stay safe out there and be healthy and well. Hopefully, we're wishing that for all of you.
Yep. Until next week, we'll take care of yourselves, and we'll see you then.
Okay.
Oski.
Oski.